Pacific Explorer may be the smallest ship in the P&O Cruises fleet, but there's heaps to love about this ship. A Sun-class cruise ship, she entered service in 1997 as the Dawn Princess. The ship sailed for Princess Cruises for 20 years until 2017 when it transferred to the Australian arm of P&O Cruises. The ship is the flagship of P&O Australia, having undergone an extensive Australianisation refit. I've sailed with Pacific Explorer 3 times so far. Twice to showcase the ship for the Big Cruise podcast, and once as a guest lecturer. P&O did get me onto the ship free of charge each time, but they did not ask me to make this video. So with that said, let's go on board to discover the 5 best things about this ship, in my opinion anyway. But before we do that, let me introduce myself. Hi, I'm Chris Frame. I'm a maritime history author and lecturer. I speak at maritime museums and on board cruise ships around the world. I'm also the co-host of the Big Cruise podcast. I'll link it in the description. If you're interested in cruising, cruise ships, or maritime history, I think you're going to like it here. So hopefully you'll subscribe at the end of the video. Number 5. Black Circus Lounge. A show lounge on a cruise ship isn't a novel idea, but the thing I like about Pacific Explorer and the Sun-class cruise ships is that there's 2 main show lounges. The Marquee is the big one at the front of the ship. This is where all the late night shows are hosted. But the real gem is Black Circus, found at the stern of the ship. This show lounge has a variety of comfy couch seating and chairs and tables. It's modestly terraced with good sightlines. There's a bar here to serve drinks during the day and into the evening, and the space is perfect for the P&O lecture program that is run on most cruises. It's also home to quizzes, live entertainment, and the hilarious cruise directors trivia, as well as bingo, which packs out the place. On a personal note, I hosted maritime history talks here, and the proximity of the stage to the audience means as a speaker you get instant feedback, which is great, and I really loved it. Number 4, Dragon Lady, which is one of the dining options on board Pacific Explorer that really impressed me on my last cruise. The restaurant has a great atmosphere that stands out from the other areas on board the ship. The staff here are fantastic, with warm greetings as you enter and attentive table service. There's an Asian-inspired menu here with a variety of options from different Asian countries. My top picks include the barramundi dish with garlic fried rice, which was superb, but the desserts, wow! I had the spiced chocolate pudding with a side of chai ice cream and the flavours just blew me away. It was top quality food, and given that there is no service charge for this restaurant, it's well worth trying out. And as a top tip, this restaurant gets pretty busy during the night, so if you want the best dining experience, make sure you book early. Number 3, the water slides. And yeah, I know this might surprise some of you, particularly if you follow me for my P&O UK or Cunard content, but the water slides on board Pacific Explorer are really fun. There are 2 large water slides on the top deck, accessible from a stairway built into the funnel casing. The light blue slide lets natural light in and is fun, but the better of the 2 is the dark blue slide. It blocks out all of the light and has coloured lighting strips inside, so you get a real sense of the speed that you're going. And in my opinion, the dark blue slide is way faster than the light blue slide, though this is a topic of great debate on board the ship. The slides are free and there's usually a fairly short wait time to use them, and you can ride them as often as you like. Number 2, the Edge Experience, which is P&O's adventure park at sea. I'd never tried this until my last cruise, when we did the zip line and the Titanic experience. The zip line goes from the top deck near the mast across the open pool deck towards the funnel. It's a bit hair-raising when you're up there ready to go, but it's really exciting and it's a great experience. The Titanic experience was also great. The name takes its cue from the movie where Jack goes to the very bow of the ship and shouts, "I'm the king of the world!" The experience allows you to go to the very tip of the bow on board Pacific Explorer, all harnessed up, and stand up on the railing to feel a rush of excitement as the ship moves through the ocean. Other Edge experiences that I haven't tried yet include the rock climbing wall, balance beams, and walk the plank, where you walk out over the side of the ship on a plank. Pirate style, though with a harness. There is an extra fee for the Edge. Before we get to number 1, I want to make an honourable mention, and that goes to the atrium area on board the ship. This is home to many of the bars and lounges. You'll find lots of live music here, with a big shout out to the Box Duo, who were excellent on both of my cruises this year. The pair are very entertaining and great with passengers, and they interact with them during their set, which is really nice. Now to our number 1, and that goes to the crew and the cruise director. We had a great cruise director, Frankie, who along with his team offered a fun style of entertainment on board the ship. The cruise staff are energetic and fast-paced and always ready to entertain. So you really can't get bored on board the ship. But there's also great crew wherever you look. From the friendly cabin stewards to attentive restaurant staff, we were always greeted warmly by the crew of Pacific Explorer. Everyone seemed happy to be working on board the ship, and there's a positive, happy energy everywhere you turn. It seems like a family on board P&O, which makes it stand out among many of the cruise brands. And this is perhaps a benefit of the small size of the cruise line, with just 3 ships in Australia, meaning the crew can get to know each other and really work well as a team. So that was my top 5 favourite things about Pacific Explorer, and I want to know what you think about the ship. If you've sailed on board, what are your top 5 favourite things? But if you haven't sailed with her and you did travel with her when she was the Dawn Princess, let me know what you liked about the ships in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give it a like, and please don't forget to subscribe for future maritime history or cruising content. Thanks once again for watching, and until next time, I hope to see you on board.